Okay. All right, everyone, welcome to the Committee on Public Services. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. When you're ready.
Commissioner Varga,
I believe she's trying to get on in a minute.
Commissioner Palomero,
Here.
Commissioner Hattis,
Present.
Commissioner Dobb,
Here.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Here.
Commissioner Ware, Commissioner Ware, I'm sorry.
President, can you hear me, President?
Yeah, I hear you. Chair Marecki,
Here,
I think-
the dogs are barking. Next,
Did Commissioner Varga log in?
Commissioner
I don't
Varga
think
is
so.
here. All right, next item.
you
I'm
said,
sorry. You said Commissioner Varga did check in?
I thought I heard her say here. She didn't say here.
No, I'll send her a text.
Okay. Next item, and excuse me for a second, I have to get this dog under control. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
you have a quorum present. B, approval of the June 9th, 2020 meeting minutes.
So move.
Support. Dobb.
Okay,
Hattis.
we have an approval and support. Any questions or any comments? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion passes. Next item.
C, old business, there is none.
Okay, next item.
Item D1, under new business, requesting commission approval of modification to a 2-year contract with the 1-year option to renew with Spicer Group, Inc.
Okay, can you all see, I don't see the agenda on the screen, but it might just be me.
Can
I
anybody
can
else?
see it.
Yeah, I can see it. I have it.
I can
Okay.
see it.
All right. Okay, I can't, but that's okay because I know pretty much what's on it. So, the first item,
Madam the Chair,
yes.
move for approval.
Support. Dobb.
Okay, we have an approval and support. Any questions for the staff? Any comments? Okay. Is there anything I can hit that would make my screen come up? This is the first time this has happened to me.
I can stop it and then try to start it back up for you. 1 second. I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't know,
I'll try
Madam
it.
the Chair, you have a few items. I don't know if we could do them all in one motion because a lot of them, it's contract and for inspection and the bridges, the underwater bridges.
Yes, it's bridges and car parts and truck parts and, okay.
Are you still not able to see the agenda?
Okay, let's just move on. I pretty know what's on there, so. Okay, so there's no questions or items or comments on this first item? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Next item.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of a contract with Great Lakes Engineering Group.
And to Commissioner Hattis's point, someone can make a motion if they want to for all 8 items, and then we can just go through each one if they want.
So moved. All of the
Okay.
items.
All right. Any support for that?
Support.
Okay, so we have an approval for items 2 through 8 and a support, but let's go through each one to make sure there's no questions. Okay, item 2. Is there any questions or comments on that? Okay. Item 3. This is for the 5 Mile Bridge, Telegraph and Lasher. Any questions or comments? Okay, item 4, the Wade Trim, the Warren Road Bridge. Anything for that? All right, item 5, Bill Jones Enterprises for parts and repairs on medium, heavy and heavy duty trucks. Okay, we'll go on to number 6, Bill Jones Enterprises for brake parts and repairs. These are all pretty standard. If anybody's listening from the audience, from the public, these are all pretty standard contracts that we see. Anything with number 6? Okay, number 7, Herc Rentals for heavy equipment rental.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
this is Commissioner Dobb. I do have a question on number 7.
okay, go ahead.
So the contract amount increased significantly. And there, in our packet, our analysis packet, the response was due to old unrepairable county equipment. The need for additional construction equipment is needed in order to facilitate the 2020-2021 construction season. So I was just wondering if there was anyone who could kind of speak a little bit more in detail on what exactly is needed for that significant increase in funding.
Madam Chair, this is Andrew Kendrievas. I see Derek Coley's on the line. Derek, can you comment on what greater rentals we're having now, requesting through HERC, through this contract?
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Andy, and hello to the committee. I don't know exactly what their plans are for next year, but I can tell you over the last several years, they've been filling gaps in the equipment fleet, just based on the specialized equipment that's needed for some of their projects. A couple of the items are some very heavy duty rollers, asphalt rollers after paving. They've used some, I believe they've rented some lift equipment from time to time. And just off the top of my head, we had some specialized generators that needed to be rented over the last year or two. I'm sure some of those items are still going to be needed in the coming year. I can't speak 100% certain for roads, but there will be equipment like that that is very highly specialized, and we just don't have those types of equipment in our fleet. Others, because of equipment that has either reached its useful life and passed it, and we have not had a chance to replace them, they will rent that type of equipment. One of them is a crane truck for sure, a 30-ton crane truck.
And if I can add on, Madam Chair, a lot of, I know that, for instance, the rollers that Mr. Coley referenced, those are, I think the roads maintenance has been doing a very robust heavy maintenance program, as hopefully most of you commissioners are seeing in your district. We're doing a lot of our in-house paving now. So some of those, some of that equipment, they're very seasonal. We might not necessarily, it might not make sense for us to pay to own it. It makes more sense to pay it year by year as we have the jobs for that. So.
I have one more question. So, so in the past, we have purchased this equipment, and now are we going forward? Are we just going to be renting?
Yeah, I definitely don't know how different it is. I know that we've always rented equipment for certain items. We've always had rentals.
Oh, okay.
But
Madam
I have
Chair,
not.
I believe the deputy director of roads is on the phone. Steve,
Okay.
are you there?
Are you there, Steve?
Well, He just texted me saying he was, so I apologize.
He was or he wasn't?
He was on the phone for Zoom,
Okay.
not video conference.
Okay,
Not sure if he's having technical difficulties, but I know that the cost to buy the equipment far exceeds what we pay in the rental. And just at this time, we don't have the funds to purchase the necessary equipment that we need to do the paving each year.
okay.
So it kind of comes out a little cheaper that we rent it.
And aren't we doing more paving now than we have in the past ourselves? Yeah.
Yes, we are doing more lane miles than in past years. So that's the need to keep the equipment even longer and to have additional equipment to do all the lanes that we stated that we would do this year and next year.
Okay. Who was speaking? I don't have who's.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle Yancey, Department of
okay,
Public
Michelle.
Services.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't have your name. My screen is all messed up. Okay, so the clerks know. Okay. Commissioner Dobb, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other commissioner or anyone else that wants to?
I have a question on the other items. Is all the inspection for the underwater inspection for all those bridges, those going to be done this year, this season, or some of them going to be late?
That's an annual inspection, Commissioner. So that's for inspections throughout the years of the contract. I know we have to have them done every so often. So that contract is for those inspections.
Yeah, my question is, this year we have any schedule for inspection, and what's the timing?
Oh, let me get back to you with that answer.
Yeah, I would like, I know we have a lot of controversy and inspection on bridges in the past, and I hope we learn a lesson from that. And I would like to see us keep, receive some information on those inspections and what's going to be done if action needed or not.
Okay, will do.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
Madam.
you. Sure. Anybody else? Number 7 or before number 7? Okay, let's go on to number 8, the Cherry Hill Road Bridge for engineering services between Ridge and Napier. Any questions on this? Okay, we have an approving resolution for items 2 through 8 and support for that. If there are no other questions, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll for this?
Commissioner Varga,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomero,
Yes.
Commissioner Hattis,
Aye.
Commissioner Dobb,
Yes.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Yes.
Commissioner Ware. Make sure she's not muted.
Yeah,
I'll
text her real quick.
I don't see her.
Oh, I wonder if she fell off.
Oh wait, she's joining back in right now.
Okay. Commissioner Ware?
She's still joining.
Okay,
Commissioner Ware?
can we
Commissioner
go?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, Commissioner Ware. We're just voting on items 2 through 8. It's your turn to vote.
Okay, I was my phone. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I know.
Computer's acting up.
Yeah.
Do I need to vote?
Yes. Items 2 through
Yes.
8.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Motion passes. Next item.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item D9 on the addenda, requesting commission approval of amendment 2 to a 3-year single response contract with a 2-year option to renew with Applied Science.
Okay. Thank you. I understand the staff did a lot of work on this very quickly. Does anybody want to speak to this on the administration staff?
Hi, this is Patrick. I can talk about this one if you would like, Chair,
Okay.
Madam Chair. This is an extension of a contract of an existing contract that we have with Applied Science and subcontracted to OHM that provides technical assistance to us on the Rouge Valley sewage disposal system. ASI performs several critical functions on Wayne County's behalf when it comes to required reporting of sanitary sewer overflows, uncontrolled overflows from our combined sewerage overflow facilities. They do flow metering and monitoring on behalf of the system. All of these tasks that they perform are elements of the permits that Wayne County has on the Rouge Valley system and in our CSO facilities. You know, as the committee knows, you know, we have sold off the downriver system, or we've gotten out of the northeast system, but we still operate the Rouge Valley system. We still operate the Southgate Wyandotte Relief Drain Drainage District pump station facility. We still are involved in the operation of the Ecorse Creek Pollution Abatement District facility. So there are a number of sewerage facilities that Wayne County is still responsible for. And ASI in this contract specifically assists us with the critical technical tasks on the Rouge Valley system.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Patrick, is there any thoughts in the future of like getting rid of all these systems, or we are planning on that?
That's a big question, Commissioner, and yes, you know, there has been discussion about transferring the Rouge Valley system to the Great Lakes Water Authority. There have been some preliminary talks with GLWA on that front, but nothing serious, certainly since the pandemic has broken out. But that is a consideration moving forward. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, any questions, comments, direction?
Varga has a question.
Yes, Commissioner, go ahead.
Patrick, I'm being funny, but how about Ecorse Creek? Does anybody want to buy that one?
Well, we're working on Ecorse Creek too, Commissioner. That's a big task.
That is a big task, and we're going to be getting in contact again, maybe for a cleanup for later on in July.
You know my phone number.
Dumpsters? Do we still have dumpsters that we can get?
We do. We'll have to, let's have a side conversation about that. We do have a contract in place, yes.
Sounds good. Sorry for hijacking the meeting.
Not a problem.
No, thank you. Thank you. Anyone else?
I'll move approval. Daub.
Okay.
Support, Haddis.
Okay, we have an approval by Daub, support by Haddis. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll for this?
Commissioner Vargas,
Yes.
Commissioner Palomero,
Yes.
Commissioner Haddis,
Aye.
Commissioner Daub,
Yes.
Commissioner Baydoun,
Yes.
Commissioner Ware,
Yes.
Commissioner Markey,
Yes. Motion passes. Next item.
E, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Okay, I don't think we have any. I've heard.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
this is Commissioner Baker McCormick. Just
Hello.
had a quick question, if I can.
Sure, go ahead.
This has to do with the mowing schedule. Do we have one in place? And in particular, I've received calls about West Outer Drive, the litter, as well as just the maintenance and cutting of the grass. So I just wanted to see if we, I know because of the pandemic, things were behind, but are we back on schedule?
Okay, thank you. Can anyone speak to that?
We will have that scheduled to you forthwith.
Can anyone speak to
Okay.
that?
Oh. I'm not sure if Steve Shea is having a problem with the Deputy Director of Roads.
Yeah, he's showing that he's on the line. I see his phone number, but.
Okay, so Steve would know this. Could Steve?
He said the contractor is in place and they're on their fourth cut.
Okay, and can you ask him if there's an actual schedule? I think that's what Commissioner Baker McCormick is wondering, if there's actually a schedule that the county has for the cutting for locations.
I believe he said yes.
Okay, so he isn't on, but maybe he could send that to all of us, because I know I just got an email from someone that's concerned about visibility in an area too.
Madam Chair, I'll make sure to get that from Rhodes and pass it
Okay.
along.
All right,
Yeah,
great.
and just a clarification, and because what happens is they cut the grass and there's trash and debris within in the grass, and then it causes more debris, I guess, when they cut up the paper and to little pieces.
Mhm.
So
What part of out of
is
drive are you
there a
referring to,
process?
Commissioner?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, what part of out of drive are you referring to?
All of it in my district, from Myers over to Grand River.
Okay.
Yeah. And what happens, like I said, is that there is debris already in the grass, and my understanding is that they will pick up the paper first. And that's why I'm concerned about the schedule. Is there a schedule for picking up debris and trash, and then the mower is supposed to come after? How does that work? Or is it one and the same? They do the same job?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
if I can, I'll work to get the schedule. I could tell you this, Commissioner, that my recollection from trying to get the contract passed was that there is a provision for litter to be picked up. I do not think that's on a separate cycle. That's usually they pick up the litter, then they cut the grass. I think that's how it's intended to be. If that's not happening that way, we should address that. So why don't we talk next COPS meeting? I'll get you the schedule now, but next COPS meeting, we'll make sure Mr. Shea is available and make sure that people can speak to it.
Okay,
great,
thank you.
great. And just one other question. 6 Mile and Finkel, I think Ron was going to check, 6 Mile and Grand River, between Telegraph and Grand River, Ron was going to check on that. I don't know if you have any update on that. stretch of road?
No, I have no update at this time.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll be looking forward to that list. That might help everybody. If they have a constituent calling about a certain area, they'll know just to direct them on the dates. Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Commissioner
Yeah.
Baydun had his hand raised.
Oh, Commissioner Baydun, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Andy, good morning. I know you tried to call me back yesterday, and I'm sorry I didn't connect with you. But since I have here Deputy Director Steve is on the line, and I think Ron is on the line, what's going on in terms of scheduling the road projects that were supposed to start this year? How far are we behind? And I'm specifically talking about Outer Drive, because I've been getting a lot of calls from my residents asking me, when is the project going to start? And there's a concern, the school year starts at Dearborn High, they will be reopening in the fall. And the hope was that they could do Outer Drive during the summer season. Where are we, Ron or Steve, in terms of starting the project on Outer Drive? Or Andy?
Well, truthfully, I don't have it in front of me, any information on that. And since Steve has been so far unable to log in, I'm not holding out a lot of hope that he's going to be able to assist with that. It's my understanding that we're not necessarily delayed or off course from any of our heavy maintenance scheduled at all. So I'll have to double check it. I don't know if that's an engineering project or if that's a heavy maintenance. Ron, do you know if it's either one of those?
Ron is in here.
Yeah, Outer Drive from Michigan to Gulfview is an engineering project, and I was trying to find the schedule.
It is. Did you say it's on schedule?
Yes.
I'm trying to find the schedule.
Madam Chair, we have our head of, Beth Taylor's on here too. She can probably speak.
Yeah, I have it scheduled so that Outer Drive, Michigan Avenue to Gulfview is scheduled to begin after the July 4th holiday.
Oh, okay. Okay, so hopefully that will not interfere with the school year with Dearborn High opening.
No, I mean, that project bid out in the first part of this month, first part of June or end of May, I believe it's an MDOT project. And it was always scheduled to begin this kind of the second half of the season. It's an HMA resurfacing project, so.
So I can share this information. So Beth, I can share this information that the project will start after the 4th of July holiday?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for that information.
Great, thank you. Anyone else?
This is
Madam Chair.
Okay, go ahead. Alona, go ahead.
Since I have everybody on online right now, is Outer Drive between Bassett and 4th Street still on for July?
You mean Schaefer Road?
Schaefer Road, I'm sorry.
Yes, that is also scheduled to start after the July 4th holiday.
Thank you.
Did I hear someone else that had a question? Because I can't see the hands that are raised either. Who's
Yes,
that?
Commissioner Daub.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to follow up on Commissioner Baydun and Commissioner Vargas' questions. I think many of us are being asked by our constituents for the list of the 2020 road projects, the major construction projects. Is that going to be released anytime soon to the public?
Madam Chair, by the lack of an answer from anybody in DPS, I will double check with Director Watts and see if that's forthcoming or what will be going on with the stated road projects.
Okay, that would be great. So the cutting of the grass schedule and the road projects. That would be very helpful. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Public comments.
Okay, committee members, as you recall, 2 weeks ago, we had an item with a lot of response to the Warren and Merriman area. We have some more letters that have been submitted, and it's my understanding these need to be read into the public record. So, Madam Clerk, could you read those? I think there's about 5 of them.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to pull them up on the screen, but every time I do this, there's kind of a lag, so bear with me a little bit.
Okay.
Can everybody see this?
I can't see anything. I don't know what is wrong with my.
Can anybody see the public comment that's up on the screen?
No.
No.
Is it okay if she just reads it, Commissioner?
Yes, yes.
Real.
Yep.
Okay, this is from Bill and Sandy Schmidt. Yeah. It says, "Dear Commissioners, my husband and I are residents of Section 35 of Livonia. We also own a home on the corner lot on the north side of Warren between Middlebelt and Merriman. Naturally, we frequently travel the subject intersection. We also visit Hines Park just about every day with our dog, even in winter. Our preferred place to park is Merriman Hollow, which is about 1/4 of a mile north of the proposed parking lot just off Merriman. It is very safe to enter and exit the parking area. There is really no need for another parking area. The parking lot is obviously more for the benefit of the developer, not the citizens. Putting picnic tables and whatnot doesn't make up for the loss of open green space, a rare commodity in the area. It was mentioned in the previous meeting that a traffic study will be done. The traffic study should be conducted prior to the vote. It is incumbent on the commission to consider the safety of citizens. This is a dangerous intersection. Both Warren and Merriman curve at the intersection. I'm sure there are studies specific to this configuration that should be studied by the commission so as to have a full understanding of any added dangers brought about by this proposed lot. There are multiple driveways at or near the intersection where traffic can make right or left turns to access either Warren or Merriman. I'm sure the number of access points to major roadways is a factor of traffic study that should be understood by the commission prior to a vote. There's also an interesting turnaround island to contend with. According to the traffic count webpage of the City of Westland Department of Economic Development, the average daily count of vehicles traveling on Warren and Merriman are as follows. And
Okay.
she says the average daily count of vehicles traveling on Warren and Merriman are as follows. Merriman Road between Warren and Hines Drive are 38,448. Warren Road between Merriman and Middlebelt are 23,812. Warren Road between Collin and Merriman are 38,065. And that's it from.
Okay, and I would just like to note too, that I forgot to mention for anybody from the public that's listening in on this item was removed by the administration last week. So we're just reading these into the record because they're audience communication. Okay, and one thing before you read the next letter, Commissioners Ware is asking to let her in to the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, the next letter.
Okay, I saw her name just popped up. I'm letting her in right now.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Jeff Phillips. Says, "Dear Commissioners, regarding an upcoming vote to allow a special usage of Hines Park property as a parking lot area for retail, mini mall, or other retail establishment. My name is Jeff Phillips. I'm a Wayne County resident and registered voter who grew up in Dearborn Heights and live now in Plymouth, Michigan. I have lived on both ends of Hines Park for my entire life and have used and visited the park literally 1,000 times during my 57 years. I would ask that you do not allow Hines Park property to be used for additional parking lot areas via any upcoming votes. As we saw in Midland recently, water always wins when it comes to rains and flooding. Hines Park watershed serves as a flood basin for all communities from Northfield, Plymouth, Livonia, Westland, Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, Redford, and Detroit. The placement of additional parking within the park will reduce the ability for the river and wetlands to help reduce flood possibilities and will also increase the possibilities of future flooding, in my opinion. This will mean higher insurance rates and other negative financial ramifications for all involved. Future financial concerns, additionally, because of our for years from now, when the Hines Park base parking lot will flood, as everything in the park floods throughout the year with snow melts and heavy rains, the owner of the business using the parking lot will be prone to sue the Wayne County Parks or the city for damages to their parking lot, not taking into account that the parking lot was not theirs to begin with. Please do not approve this change, and please keep Hines Park the beautiful and useful park that it is for SE Michigan residents. Thank you for your work and support on this issue. Jeff Phillips.
Okay, thank you. Next one.
Are any of them popping up for you?
No, not me.
No.
But
I'm not sure why it does that when I pull up the comments from my email. I have another one from Rosemary Reed. She says, I've been seeking help in getting 90-day unpaid leave from Wayne County since May 1st. When the governor ordered my department back to work, I returned with a letter asking for a furlough because I have kidney damage, which puts me at serious risk.
Is that about Warren Merriman?
Not sure this is what you forwarded to me.
no, I think that's another. That's another subject.
Okay, 1 second. Well, maybe this isn't it, Pam. I'm sorry. I was just reading what you said.
Yeah, Sherelle, you don't need to read that one.
Okay.
She rescinded that.
Okay, my apologies. This is another one from Sandy Schmidt. She dropped a few pictures here, but I'm not sure if you all can see them.
That's okay, because we can see them on our own computer.
Okay. She says, I like where I live and I love Hines Park. Adding more visual clutter in favor of green space is undesirable and unwanted, indesirable, I'm supposing, and unwanted. Let us have something restful for our eyes and souls. And then the pictures.
Okay. I'm sure all the commissioners have read these too themselves, and they've been, most of them, I'm sure, been answered to. Are there any more?
Yeah, I think there are
Okay.
2 more. 1 second. This is from Linda G. She says, I'm urging you all to watch the Save Hines Park video, which reveals the feelings of most of the residents in my area, which is to save Hines Park and do not lease acres to a private enterprise, Warren Merriman. Such a deal to a private party at the expense of all the taxpayers in Wayne County is horrible. We all fought hard over the years for the park millage and voted for it. I have lived less than a mile from the parkway just off Warren and Gully for almost 60 years now. We use the parkway for our family gatherings and for our children outings over 40 years, and I still have a large family reunion scheduled for each September in the park. The green belt provided by the park is our only source of seasonal beauty in the area. Once you take away property from the public, we will never get it back. The loss is too great, and you have a responsibility to the people in this county to stand up and to protect a much-needed green space that we will consider to be a treasure, a place of beauty, and a peaceful retreat. A private business parking lot will again subject our area to water problems, which already causes so much damage to parts of our city, Dearborn Heights.
Okay, thank you.
And 1 second, I think we have one more. Actually, this is the same one, so that's all.
Okay. Okay. So now we're going to hear from the public. Is there, I can't see in the chat if there's anybody asking. If there's anyone from the public that would like to comment to the Committee on Public Services, go ahead and do that. Introduce yourself and we can listen to your comments. Anyone from the public that would like to address this committee? Anyone from the public that would like to address the committee? Okay, it doesn't appear there is anyone there. Next item.
Adjournment.
Okay.
Move to adjourn. Varga.
Support. Dobb.
Okay, we have approval, support. I think it was Commissioner Dobb. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone. We have now adjourned the meeting. See you at the next one.
15.